one thing every hotelier knows very well: the pre-opening. That intense make or break phase, where your big vision finally meets a real world execution, and occasionally a total chaos. One day you're celebrating progress, and the next you're chasing the vendors, decoding BOQs, and wondering why are the shipmen always fashionably late? It is a tightrope walk with no safety net. But what if there is a way to tell you we can turn this chaos into something seamless? Welcome to the Hotelier India podcast, where we decode strategies, ideas, and innovations in shaping the future of the hotel industry. I am Sheetal Sadana, Commercial Director, Hotelier India, and today we have a guest who has turned that question into a blueprint for transformation. Under his leadership, his brand has become synonymous with precision, trust, and innovation in the OSNE space. And today, we are diving into this game-changing model, the hybrid OSNE blueprint, a model that's rewriting the rules of how the hotels open their doors. Please welcome Mr. Vinay G Lodha, Managing Director, AH International, who is going to break down this blueprint for us. Hello Vinay, welcome to Hotelier India podcast. Please have a seat. Vinay, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Sheetal.
Let's start from the beginning, Vinay. People are curious to know, what does this OSNE mean? How do you define this OSNE?
So basically, OSNE means the full form is operating supplies and equipment. In simple terminology, it means whatever a hotel requires to operate themselves, from in-room to housekeeping to cutlery, crockery, glassware, all these products comes under operating supplies and equipment. So for us, it's not just the products. For us, it's a simplified process which we want to build for the hospitality industry.
Alright, so I'm sure that you saw a gap in this industry, which is why you came up with the brand. So did you see any gap in this industry?
Yes, so why we originated was not just about the products. We saw a massive gap in the industry that hotels and owners are busy investing in designs, in guest experience, in opening the hotel. But what about the OSNE? There is no simplified way of procuring the products. There is no simplified way of BOQs. So we thought that there are multiple vendors, multiple purchase orders, no priority given to the timelines, the delivery challenges, the handover of the products to the end user. So we came up to an idea where we wanted to become a player in the market who not only gives the product but also work closely with the owners by defining all their challenges and come up with a solution.
So tell me about your background a little bit. Were you in this industry right from the beginning, or that something led to, or rather, how did you get inspired to come up with this brand?
So basically, this brand was started in 2012 by my brother. In the initial days, there was a transition in the hotel industry from a normal television to a LED television. In our blood, our father used to, was into a business which was like a chroma or a Vijay sales, where we used to supply consumer durable goods to under one roof. So we used to represent a lot of renowned brands and of course cater to the customer for their needs. That okay, if a customer wants options, he has option A, B, C, and he's able to select whatever products he wants. We got an opportunity because we already were a dealer in Rajasthan for LG. We got an opportunity in a lot of hotels to supply these LEDs. Further, my brother started the company. He was studying in Spain, Madrid, and he used to go to a lot of exhibitions and see the products, the designs, what is this market all about. So that's how, and that's why we have more of a European brands to cater to the luxury, premium and select market.
Okay.
And that's how we started our business.
And why is the name AH International?
So A stands for my mother's initial, and H stands for my brother's initial.
Oh.
So as an Indian, we all are connected with the family and the roots of the family. So this was an inspiration.
Wow. That's lovely. I mean, I was always wondering what is this AH International, but great you decoded that for me. Great. So now next segment, I want to really check with you, or rather understand from you, what are the pre-opening pre-opening challenges that a hotel really faces? Like what do you think that a hotel is going to face in the pre-opening phase of the opening of the hotel?
Surprisingly, the challenges are universal with all the hotels. There is no clear POQ. There is incorrect par levels. There is no standard selection, or maybe I would say the selections are not as per the brand standards. The owners are not aware about the brand standards because a lot of owners are maybe the first time hotel owners. There is no handover checklist. In the execution, there is no sequencing. Like, for example, I would say, how can you not have the kitchen items at the time of stimulation of a kitchen?
Right.
People, because of they are not experienced, maybe they supply the cutlery and the crockery and the buffet items before even the kitchen utensils. How can you not have the in-room supplies before the in-room stimulation? Because a pre-opening is not just about, okay, you have the products and next day you start. There's a lot of 2 months test, trial, hit, run, guest experience. Everything is, taken care of in the pre-opening segment. So these are the common challenges which are faced by the owners.
Okay. And in this OSNE category, which is that one product which is very challenging? Like what is that one product you think that because of this product, the challenges multiply?
See, again, I would say it's not about the product. It's about the sequencing.
Okay.
It's about the timelines, the workflow, the sequencing, the handover, because you require everything to operate. But how the flow runs, it matters the most.
Okay.
With our experience, we know that, okay, when we are doing a turnkey or a complete project, what needs to be given priority? Because there are a lot of customization items, there are a lot of selections which depends on the renderings, which depends on everything, and there is a high lead time as well. We are in our initial dealings with the customers, we explain them everything, that this is the importance of this subject, this is the importance of this subject. For example, if a owner has a budget constraint, we tell them that you should not go ahead with brand which is not at par for this product. So we actually consult them in those segments as well.
And do these owners or hotel operators do take your advice, your guidance in this matter, or is there a kind of a cut, copy, paste, or a cookie cutter matter?
No, so we are very much customizable company.
Okay.
We customize and curate things for the customers.
Okay.
There is no set thing that customer has to follow this. It is our duty to advise them in a correct manner. We have been in the industry and we have studied all the brand standards. So if something which a customer wants to go beyond their brand standard, it's his choice. Because end of the day, he's the one who's paying for the goods. But if he's wanting to have a product which is a good product but at a reasonable price, we are there to offer them. End of the day, it's the owner's decision what he needs to buy and what not, but it's our duty. We need to advise them and consult them in a correct manner.
So tell me, what is one of the unique requests that you've received so far? That you found out this is not the general request, it's a very unique request, and were you able to fulfill that or not?
Being a OSNE company and a turnkey supplier, we get a lot of requests per se. But I don't think there has been ever a challenge that we were not able to fulfill that this is not what we cannot do.
But was there anything unique that you said, listen, nobody's ever asked me this kind of product or a supply? Anything that you think can come to your mind right now?
No, well, I think no, because see, we being a OSNE company, we make sure that we keep ourselves updated.
Right.
We participate in the world leading shows, we travel abroad for the exhibitions, we go and stay in a good hotel in every city. Me and our team, we all are travelers as well. So whenever even they travel, we make sure that they are staying at a good hotel and experience and have a conversation with the end users, so that we know, okay, what's running in the market, what's trending. So I think for us, it's not been a challenge.
But was there a moment where you felt that this hotel industry can be truly transformed? Did that eureka moment, when did this eureka moment was there in your brand building segment?
Yes, I would like to share an example. So basically, we always try to have a physical experience what we are doing. We need to see that thing. So basically myself and with my team, we went to a hotel pre-opening stage, and there what we saw, it was a case study basically what we wanted to also do and experience that what actual users face. So we saw that in a single day the hotel was receiving goods. That day they received goods from 7 different suppliers. None of the goods were labeled according to the product, the purchase order numbers, and everything was mixed up. Everything was stacked in a ballroom. And when the actual HODs or the department, they wanted the goods, they were so puzzled that which supplies came from which supplier, what are the products, which products are for housekeeping or F&B or kitchen. So nothing was standardized, nothing was unified. I mean to say, this gave us a learning. If a hotel owner has so many multiple vendors, multiple purchase orders, no brand standards, because people end of the day, even the hotel end users, he's into so much stress and pressure that he just needs the goods and wants this to start the stimulation. So these things are being ignored. So this was a moment where we thought that we need to have a simplified process, a standard process, a standard BOQ team, a team of professionals who are there to hand over the product with the asset register to the owners, so that everything goes seamless. And then there is no blame to the hotel team, because it's not about the people. It's that the process was not set from the beginning, and that's the result what the owners have to face.
Can you think of any big lesson that you have learned during this pre-opening phase of the hotel?
The lesson was very simple, I would say, that to introduce a hybrid OSNE model.
Okay.
The OSNE model is not a process. Basically, we treat it as a methodology.
So how do you stay afloat in this competitive market? Why do you think AH International, or rather what has fueled this growth, staying relevant in the market yet being very competitive as compared to other players in the market?
So basically, we are a company who is a visionary company. We believe in doing fewer things, but doing the things in the right manner. So starting from investing in softwares, we use a SAP for our data management. Starting from using having a warehouse of 50,000 square feet with the 3PL services. An intelligent system to design the BOQs as per the requirements and the budgets of the hotel owners. For example, if a hotel owner wants to have a Porsche in his hotel, or wants to have a BMW, or wants to have a Hyundai, so we have that kind of intelligent system that can match the requirement of the hotel. So basically, we kept our process very simple, but yet we took the first mover advantage, that how can we build our systems so that it's useful and we become the market leaders to have that.
So you're trying to tell me that right now no other company, OSNE brand, is doing this similar thing?
No, none of the companies in India have this kind of infrastructure. Okay. None of the companies are so technologically driven, like in terms of our SAP or ERP systems or our intelligence systems. None of the companies are stocking the way we are stocking. We have invested a lot of amount in stocking. None of the companies have multiple warehouses the way we do. We also have experience center. Like for example, for our center also, whenever a hotel owners is coming, so we make sure that the products what are displayed to them are as per their standards, their budgets, their requirement, and we set up our experience center according to a client. So that's a advantage what we give, that it's not just a experience center with all our products. Right. It's a curation what we do it for a.
So you prepare well in advance. So and so owner is coming to your experience center.
Correct.
And based on his current budgets or his design or his taste,
correct,
you would display the products accordingly.
Exactly.
Right. That makes sense.
Because there are two kind of product. One is the front of the house, which means for the guest to see, and one is the back of the house.
Correct.
So for the owners or for the hotel decision makers, it's very important that they look and feel the products which will be displayed in front of the guests. So we ensure that we give them option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they can select according to their likings.
Right. And in your industry, who is the decision maker in the hotel industry for you?
So for if we talk about Indian market, it's more of a owners driven, and then comes the GM and the team. But mainly the decision is controlled in India by the owners.
Okay.
But when we talk about Asia Pacific, it's more about the general manager, because there it works about in a budget. If they get a budget, and then they have the free authority to do the selections and go about the budget. So I would say 80% of the decision making in India is taken by the owners, because they feel that, and of course it's a right that they are the ones who are investing so much into a project, and they would like to take these kinds of decisions.
But are you also doing projects for overseas clients?
We are present in total 16 countries.
Okay.
We have our own office in Singapore, Thailand and Dubai.
Nice.
We have been constantly doing projects in Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, London, Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, so on and so forth.
Oh, nice.
Even Saudi and Dubai, because it's a new market for us, and it's a growing market. We have a professional team of supply chain department, and they are the ones who are studying the market, coordinating with the local players, coordinating for the custom clearance, the logistical partners, because we understand that supply chain is the key. Everyone in the market is giving the product and a good brand, but what differentiate is the logistical intelligence and the supply chain planning, which is taking us away ahead.
So you're trying to say you have a very strong technical back-end team,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. In a third country also, if a customer wants a door-to-door delivery,
Right.
which means that paying the duties, the clearance charges, the local freight, and delivering it to their door, we are able to execute these things as well.
Perfect. Very interesting. So we've been talking about this hybrid OSNE blueprint. Is it this blueprint that we're talking about? Is it done something only by AH International, only by you guys? And if yes, can you give us a breakdown of what exactly it is?
So I'll give you a recent example. We did a Fairmont Mumbai project,
Right.
where we were awarded the complete OSNE, and we were the partners for OSNE for them.
Okay.
So basically, a hybrid OSNE means that we consult for them, we curate for them, we execute for them, we hand over to them. So when starting from a curation to a handover, that's a complete hybrid model what we talk about, which means that there is a single vendor, there are standardized BOQs, there are standardized and correct par levels, there is a delivery in a sequence manner, there is a complete handover and an asset registered handed over to the owner. All these things looks very easy, but when it comes to a execution, just imagine you being a owner, you want maybe 2000 different kinds of products, and the quantities would be somewhere around 2 to 3 lakhs of pieces. And when the unit price or average price of a product is not that high, how will you be able to manage with so many suppliers, so many purchase orders, payments, logistical coordination? So it becomes a chaos at the owner's end.
Yeah.
So basically, this model helps us to deal very closely with the client,
Okay.
to have a relationship manager and a customer-centric team who's constantly involved in a particular project. So basically, one project, one person. So for them, it's very easy
To
coordinate, to take a approval if there is any selections which has to be, in terms of material, or selection in terms of any leather items or any laminate for the live cooking station. So they are able to coordinate faster, because with this there is a faster execution, with this there is no delay, and with this model we make sure that end of the day the customer is in profit, because they are not able to feel the operational difficulties. So this is the entire model what we have built, and yes, no one in India is currently doing it. So this makes us apart, and this is the first thing what we have introduced.
So I understand all this process will be very helpful in the pre-opening stage.
Right.
Could you also replicate in an ongoing operating hotel also?
Yes. So basically we are very well equipped with our B2B digital platforms,
Okay.
wherein we gives a customer a transparency about their orders, their status of the deliveries, their complete, if there is any discrepancies or the issues, they are visibly there, that what is the status, when are they going, when is it resolved or not resolved, Is it still open? If open, then how many days will it take to, do? Because operations is something which is very important, because openings are there for the products, but in operations, even if you don't have maybe 10 pieces of kettles, you cannot sell a room. So for this, we have introduced our B2B digital platform, wherein a owner can see what they have procured, at what price, what quantity they purchase, and if they want to reorder, they can immediately do and see our stock levels with our different warehouse zones. One is in Jaipur and one is in Bombay. So they can see that okay, these goods are available and they can timely get those goods.
And what is the turnaround time for procuring these items?
So we keep a lot of stock. Our stocking strategy is depends on the data. With the data, we stock our goods, and if you place an order today, within 72 hours, the goods will be dispatched.
So if I'm a hotel owner and I'm listening to you right now, that how does this blueprint make my life easier, and what are the tangible outcomes out of it?
So the tangible outcomes are, there is single vendor, single POQ, single and simplified deliveries, single coordination, single dedicated team who is looking after your complete project. So a complete handover document and a handover process is being followed. So with all these things, it's a very, it solves a lot of 80% owners problem, that yes, our OSNE gonna be like a seamless.
Understood. Okay. What is the biggest lesson, Vinay, that a pre-opening has taught you?
I would like to share an experience that when we were doing a complete turnkey projects, we had 18 containers coming in a month in a complete random sequencing. For example, glass wash racks were coming after the glasses. So basically, you cannot store the glasses. You don't have any place to store the glasses. Same way, the housekeeping trolleys were coming before the minibars and the sink. So basically, what we learned was that sequencing is the strategy. That's the future. That if the customer doesn't have the right product at the right time and the right sequence, the entire, in terms of cost, in terms of timelines, delays. So a lot of occurrence happens if the sequencing is not right. So that day we thought that it's very important to structure our model in such a way that the sequence is so clear and defined that the hotel or the end users and the people involved, they do not face any operational difficulties.
Right. So if I'm a hotel owner, I'm listening to you right now, how does this blueprint make my life easier? What are the tangible outcomes, and what do I anticipate, or what do I expect from this blueprint that you've been talking about?
Basically, the outcomes would be that there would be faster openings. There would be a single point of contact for the hotel owners, a single company doing their entire, from curation to supplies to executions to deliveries. There would be a single company like us to deliver the OSNE products. There would be a dedicated customer service team who would be assisting the customer from the back end. There would be professionals who would be there at the site to hand over the goods to the multiple departments of the hotels. This team of ours will also ensure that if there is any breakage or any issues with the product, it is immediately highlighted and our backend team starts taking action, whether it is a reprocurement or supplying the damaged goods again from our stock, because we are a company who's not a trading company that we buy and we sell. We buy, we store and we sell. So this entire model has a lot of benefits which a hotel owners actually feel. And also, if a owner has opted for this model and if he's getting another project, he would definitely want to move ahead with a OSNE model rather than a traditional model.
But why do you, or rather what do you think that the customer or the client, whoever the client is, they should keep coming back to AH International and not use a traditional, like you mentioned, you have broken down, it's a good sequence that it's a very standardized format. But what gives you the class apart edge as compared to the other traditional players in the market?
We hold world renowned brands.
Okay.
The brands what we hold are are basically the leading brands in the entire globe.
Oh,
You take it from Europe, you be it US, be it Asia Pacific, anywhere you go, these brands have their value. Like for example, everyone knows a BMW,
yeah.
or everyone knows a Tesla. Likewise, in our industry, people know these brands, and in with these brands, it's been almost a decade we have been working. So we have shown a commitment and a performance to these brands. That is why they have not opened the market for other players. One is, of course, the portfolio of brands what we offer. Second is about our technology and our customer service. So we highly believe in transparency, and our systems are so easy to use, or rather so transparent that a customer knows even 10 years after opening up of a hotel, he wants to see that what he bought from us, he's able to see in a transparent manner. He wants to see that, okay, this product he bought at this price during the pre-opening, and now the price is this. He's able to see. So basically, there is a lot of cost reduction, there is a lot of control over the leakages, and there is more transparency what we focus and what we show.
Right. And you mentioned there's a big portfolio of brands in your in your kitty. Do you want to name some of the brands?
Basically, I would name a lot. For the glassware, there's a company called Schotzwiesel. It's a German brand, and so they are world leading crystal company in the glass segment. There's a brand called JVD for in-room supplies in India since last 30 years. So we are the exclusive partners for them.
Nice.
There's a brand, a 200 years old brand, Abert and Brogi from Italy. So we are the exclusive partners for them in India. There's a brand called Peugeot for salt and pepper mill, who also has a lot of cars. So it's a French brand, and we are again the exclusive partners. So all these brands had one distributor or two distributors since a decade. But they saw something in AH International, the way we are working, the way we have our stocking strategy, our infrastructure in terms of warehousing and the experience store. And knowing the fact that me and Himanshu, our age, they see that, okay, with this company, they can have another 25 years, 30 years to strategize and capture the market.
And also, could you share a few examples where you worked on certain projects and they have been absolutely fantastic, like a good learning experience? Like some projects, I'm sure you've done many projects, but there are a few projects you'll be very proud of.
There are quite a few which we did in a very great manner. I'll start with the most recent one, Fairmont Mumbai, which we opened last year. We did that complete turnkey project. So the owners were the decision makers, and we understood that Fairmont is coming. It will be one of the most prestigious hotels in India. So they were very satisfied with our hybrid OSNE model. And then now they are coming up with a Morgan. So in Morgan, they gave us an opportunity to again take the complete project.
Nice.
So that's a reference what created that, okay, we dealt and performed and serviced the customer in such a great manner that he now only wants to deal with us. Same way, last year we opened a JW Goa, who also owns JW Masuri. So they are coming up with Renaissance Goa now, and again the same story, that they understood during JW Goa they had few suppliers, they had few this thing, but still the way we dealt with them, they wanted everything in 1.5 months, and we were able to execute.
So is that typically the turnaround time for you to complete the whole hotel
So
project?
it depends on the customer. If the customer is planning everything well in advance, we would like to see freight and get the goods for them. But if the customer has a deadline, then we also have an option to airlift everything and deliver. So it totally depends on the customer, how they want to get the goods or under what timelines they are able to. Sometimes in order to support the customer, if we have goods in stock, and if they are opting for a EPCG, which means direct import, we give them the flexibility to give the goods from our stock, and once their goods arrive, we actually take the goods from them.
So when does typically a hotel reach out to you guys saying that this is the hotel I'm doing, and we would like to give you this project. So which is that phase? What stage of pre-opening do you guys come into the picture?
The pre-opening for OSNE, for our products, it usually starts 6 months before the hotel actually needs to open themselves.
Okay.
Our turnaround time is about, for entire project to deliver, is about 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
So basically 6 months, by entering 6 months before, we engage with the key stakeholders, their design team, their chef, F&B, whoever has to do the selection, and finally, of course, the we need to create a budget for them. We need to submit the BOQs for them, and our BOQs, we always ensure that it's so clear and so simplified that in a sequence okay, this is what are the products. They are not scattered. So we enter 6 months before to ensure that hotel is timely open. We advise to at least have 6 months because it involves a decision making, a selection, the ordering process, the delivering, execution, and everything.
So now coming back, I want to understand from you what kind of leader you have been for your team. Is it the calm ninja type leaders, or you are the one who come on, go, let's fix this problem right away? What kind of leader do you see yourself as?
Personally, I'm a very calm person.
Okay.
And I like to first analyze things. It depends on the situation. If the situation needs an immediate solution, I get on top of it to ensure that things are resolved immediately. But I like to think twice because it's very important to think before you act. And if you need to make a process, if you need to simplify things, you need to have your core team to have a discussion, to discuss the pros, cons. Even if we are developing a software, we ensure that not only with our internal team, we also speak to the people who are actually facing the problem, like the procurement companies or the procurement managers or maybe the owners, to go to understand with them that what their problem is. So we make sure that everything under my leadership is so smooth and so calm that things, whatever we decide, we are very flexible to again change those things. But at the same time, the decision is taken in a very, clear manner.
So Vinay, tell me, how do you keep your team motivated and when your deadlines are tight, when the pressures are high? How do you communicate this to them, and how do they keep themselves like, okay, let's go for this?
By giving them the clear structure. People in our organization, they don't fear work, they fear the chaos. So if the structure and the direction is given in a clear manner, they are able to really do it.
So if I have to ask you, who is your role model when it comes to leadership? Who do you look up to? Is there somebody that you really tell, listen, I want to be like this person, or this is my mentor, or this is my role model?
So there are few companies who are our suppliers.
Okay.
And in terms of the processes, in terms of the structure or the sequences, I really look upon them. I make sure that every two years I go to see them, to speak to them about their operations, how they function. So basically, in terms of person, yes, only my brother is my role model because he gives me a clear direction that when 6 months down the line we need to have this. For example, if we are introducing a new product lines, he tells me, Vinay, this is the investment what we need to do. These are the kinds of SKUs. So immediately my brain starts working. Okay, we will require a bigger infrastructure. I need to see the capacity of the current warehousing. I need to see the capacity of the people. I need to make sure that everything is aligned. So he's a person who gives me
clear guidance.
माचिस जलाते हैं वो कि भाई जा आग लगा दे. So माचिस जैसे ही वो लगाते हैं, so my entire brain starts working that okay, these are the directions he wants to see because he's there in the market, he's interacting regularly with the customers. These are the customers problems. When you do sales, you get to know a lot of things. He simply discusses and throws it to me that Vinay, this is how and this is what I want within next 6 months. So one, of course, my brother is my mentor, and second, there are few companies, world-renowned companies, who also owns Versace or Rosenthal or Sambonnet. So a company where I see that okay, these companies are so well and structured. Their response time is like this. Their wordings are so calm that they are able to communicate everything to us. So same way we train our sales and the customer relationship team. So these industry, I get my learnings from these.
Fair enough. And finally, where do you see yourself 5 years? Is there a goal setting thing that I have done this much business, I want to do this much business? Is that what
So
you're
next 5 years gonna be AI.
Right.
We are working and investing a lot of time and energy in AI, building
Okay.
our systems around the AI, more transparent system, faster projects, deliveries, simplified and standardized BOQs. You have seen how people were addicted, or rather are addicted to Amazon, but the way Blinkit has captured the market with quick commerce, because people, they want the goods maybe yesterday or today or tomorrow. They don't want to wait for 3 to 4 days. So we want to plan our inventory by using the intelligence, by using the correct supply chain partners, by having multiple warehousing in the country, so that the hotel can really get, and their operations are not obstructed due to the supply of goods. That is how we see ourselves 3 to 5 years down the line, having a better and a company who can solve these kinds of problems.
Great. Lovely to know that you're also in sync with the AI technology that is quite a buzz in the industry. And of course, it's the future of all the industries, right?
Right.
Okay. So on that note, I want to take a quick, short, rapid fire question round. I hope you're
Sure.
ready for it.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it again. Okay. Coffee or chai?
Coffee.
Okay. Since you're from Jaipur, would you like to have pyaz kachori or a dal bati churma?
Pyaz kachori.
Okay. What is your go-to stress buster during a pre-opening?
To ensure things are done timely so that I don't get into this.
So you like to be like more organized.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you will say that. Oh, I go to a movie or I listen to music.
No.
No. So you like to plan yourself. That's your stress buster.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me your secret productivity hack.
Meditation.
Oh, that's lovely. A hotel you absolutely love visiting. You're very fond and you would like to revisit again and again.
Rambagh Palace.
Oh, lovely. One word your team would use to describe you.
A visionary person.
Excellent. Excellent. That is the end of our rapid fire questions. Vinay, this has been an incredible, insightful conversation. You have not just simplified how hotels should open, but how hotels should plan and execute it better. So thank you so much for joining us today and giving a powerful masterclass to all our listeners how you can innovate with purpose. So thank you once again. It was great to have you here. Thank you so much. To everyone tuning in, this is Hotelier India podcast. I'm Sheetal Sadana and I'll be back with more such conversations with such great industry leaders who are shaping the future of the hotel industry. Until next time, stay inspired. Thank you.